It's been a while since we were able to engage in one of my favorite activities. You know what it is? Probably not. Anyways, it's it's a penalty debate. All right, and there's a reason that I want to do this, right? Because I believe in learning. I believe, like a lot of people that make videos like this don't like anybody disagreeing with them. I quite enjoy it because if I'm wrong, I would like to know that I'm wrong. Right? It's the same reason that if I'm streaming in somebody's backseat gaming or something, and somebody comes in chat and says, "Hey, you should do it this way," either they're right or they're an idiot. And if they're right, I want to know about it. If they're right, because then I'm doing something wrong. So fucking tell me what's up, right? I don't have a problem with that. This video is that. This video is me throwing some, I am making sure that I'm not missing something. Because I feel like I'm not. But every man is an internet echo chamber unto themselves, right? And I am no different. Maybe I'm just sitting here. I've convinced myself that I'm right, but I'm not. You can help me with this. In the match between Newcastle and Wolves, which, by the way, shout out to Wolves for having a big fat 0 points so far this season. They lost 1-0 against Newcastle. They are firmly now planted at 20th. First time in their entire history, by the way, that they have lost their first 4 league matches of a season. So good for them, I guess. I don't know. Wolves reminds me a lot of Southampton, where they're really competitive for a while, but they slowly rot their way down and then eventually get relegated, maybe even spectacularly this season. We will see. But if Mosquera continues to make the mistakes that he made today, then they are probably going to get relegated rather spectacularly, because that's the Mosquera we're focused on. There was obviously another one playing for Arsenal, Christian Mosquera, who was, a revelation. Mosquera was, he ended up with a 7.0, so I'm being hard on him in the full balance of the match, right? But he should have been sent off with a penalty, and this is the play. Okay, this is the play. I'm going to do it in window here so that we have less of a chance of getting DMCA'd. Basically, it's a ball that comes in from the wing, and it's Harvey Barnes that's taken this over the shoulder, right? It's a run-through ball, inside shoulder, and it bounces, and then Mosquera just kind of takes him out. Now, obviously, you can't see too much from that replay, so let's try it from here. Mosquera, forearm across the face. Nothing is called. And as you might have read, at this point, Mosquera elbow Barnes in the neck, VAR check over, no issues. Why? Why is there no issue with this play? What is a legal defensive move in this? What am I missing? Right? There isn't a large number of people up at arms about this. I was looking, as I do when I put together these videos, I'm looking for people that are reacting with vitriol, right? Opinions, hot takes in either direction so that I can debate them. There's none of that, which makes this a more dangerous video for me to make. Maybe my American brain doesn't understand the rules of the sport, right? I need to eat a lot more, I need to eat a lot more Greg's sausage rolls or something, and then all of a sudden I'll be able to understand what's going on here. But as far as I see, Harvey Barnes has taken this ball over the shoulder. He's running towards it. Mosquera, there's a rule, really. And this is a rule that comes from American football, but it generally applies to all sports. You kind of got to play the ball. Sure, you can also be playing the man, but you got to be playing the man in the process to get to the ball, right? And the only exception really being shielding players off. But in that case, you're holding your ground and kind of letting them run into you, right? You have to kind of play the ball here. And Mosquera plays 0% of the ball. He's not even looking at the ball. He's looking at Harvey Barnes, staring at him. Not a problem, obviously, as a defender, right? And he's trying to get across Harvey Barnes. The issue is that he has no position to be able to get across Harvey Barnes from here. None. No shot he's going to be able to pull off what he's trying to do. From the moment he enters the screen, he doesn't look at the ball one time. He's not moving towards the ball. He is running straight into Harvey Barnes. And if he gets to a spot first and Harvey Barnes kind of runs into the back of him, or if he's able to shield him off, That's obviously not a foul. But that is clearly not what happens. Because, in fact, Harvey Barnes is stepping through. Look at where Harvey Barnes' foot is, his leg. He is stepping by Yerson Mosquera right now as Yerson Mosquera is trying to stop him. And then Mosquera goes up top with a clean forearm to elbow transition right across the jaw. So not only are we talking about something that just in terms of the body movements looks like a foul to me, we are talking about something where he's dropping a straight forearm to the jaw. This is like physical contact to the head and neck area of Harvey Barnes, which anywhere on the field is going to draw a look, right? But VAR intervenes and says there's nothing here. Now, I understand, right? Obviously, he then just topples Harvey Barnes, who, if Yerson Mosquera was not here, would literally be in on goal. Now, I understand VAR can only give red cards, which I think is one of the dumbest things ever, right? If the video assistant referee can adjudicate a play quickly and efficiently, right, that affects the game in a major way, give a yellow card and a free kick for this. If for some reason you don't think this is a red. But I don't think that should matter in this case. It shouldn't. Every single thing I know about this sport, put it in a basket. This is a red card. It's a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. He's the last guy, as you can see it from the other angle. He's the last guy. He's making a move into the ball. That's a red card. The referee on the field should be calling this. I don't know how he doesn't. He's right there. And then the video assistant referee, who's getting a full look at this, Yerson Mosquera, just taking out the man. Like, I'm all for a shoulder-to-shoulder tussle, but Harvey Barnes' shoulders are by him. They are by him. He's gone. Nobody cared about this. Wolves fans are too depressed to argue. Newcastle fans are embarrassed they ended up only winning this match 1-0. And nobody wanted to get stuck into a good old-fashioned penalty debate. Well, I'm here. And I'm staking my territory that this should have been a penalty. And I don't even know how I happened to come across this. I was just scrolling. And I saw this, and I was like, surely there's a giant controversy about it somewhere, and it's nowhere. But allow me to be the only person then that is here to inform you that a surefire penalty happened in the Prem, and it didn't get called. And I have no idea how. I need written explanations for all of this, because if I am wrong, I'm wrong in a big way. He just takes him out, and nothing happens. I'm going to teach my defenders to just forearm guys in the jaw from the side and then be able to stop these breaks.